It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. I get to discuss beer. Why not? Brewing of beer, an art that goes back thousands of years. Surprisingly, though, it's been 16 years since the inception of International Beer Day. Yes, go have one. Later, of course, you can celebrate the big day. Breweries coming up with various flavors to cater for different beer palates, whether it's craft or home brews or a good old lager. South Africa's iconic brand, listen to this, Rooibos, is one of the companies that has now entered the brewery space, trying to come up with different recipes. Trust the SA Rooibos Council to have an idea like this. Spokesperson Adele du Toit back with us. Hello, Adele. Good to have you back on eNCA. Okay, you're going to have to explain this to me. Rooibos and beer. Here we go. How did we get here?
Well, I mean, Rooibos is finding its way into so many things, but South Africa is it's actually the 12th largest beer drinking nation. And we are really looking at more ways to make beer innovative and intriguing. And one of those ways is to include spices, fruit, and of course, herbal designs, which Rooibos is one of them. And really, Rooibos is a fantastic match for beer makers.
Why is that? Help me understand. I'm still trying to get my head around drinking a Rooibos Lager. Am I saying that right?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. So the taste of Rooibos really complements beer very well. So Rooibos has a sweet, mild, earthy notes. It also has hints of vanilla and honey. And we're also seeing a surge in small batch, all natural brewing. So people are wanting to brew beers at home and also bring in more heritage and more South African representative flavors into their beers. And Rooibos is positioned excellently for that, not only because of the taste, but also because of it's one of our proudest South African heritages.
Yeah, and you combine it with some great beer drinkers in the country as well. You have a good day. So it's International Beer Day as well. So is there something out at the moment? Can we walk into a store and look for a Rooibos draft or go down to the local pub, our local hangouts, whatever you want to call it? Where are we in this process? I want to try one out.
Absolutely. So craft breweries is a good way to start. There's actually a brewery in Stellenbosch. It was actually the first one to include Rooibos into beers. But even worldwide, there are Rooibos beers available. So go and ask your craft breweries. And if you're a home brew maker, why not celebrate International Beer Day with making your own brew with some Rooibos tea?
So which beers, I mean, you're welcome to mention brands if you'd like to, because I'm trying to understand where I am on this. So which beers currently have some notes of Rooibos or are using Rooibos in their beer? Is there a couple of names you can give me?
Yes, so Stellenbosch has a beer that contains Rooibos as well as honeybush. Then there's also some international beers, but your best bet will be to go to your local brewery, especially small breweries, and they will probably most likely have something flavored with Rooibos.
How difficult is it to get Rooibos? Where if someone's watching now going, hang on, I've got a home brewery, maybe I want to start a little craft brewing company. How difficult is it to get hold of Rooibos because it's so internationally popular? Are there sort of restrictions in place? Does the council have to approve a manufacturer of beer before they can start doing it?
Not at all. So Rooibos is very much widely available. Of course, in South Africa, most shops, even supermarkets can have Rooibos. Internationally, many South African shops contain Rooibos. Some of the biggest export markets for Rooibos is Germany, which of course are big beer drinkers, Japan, and also the US and the UK, all big beer drinking nations. So Rooibos is very much readily available in those countries that want to experiment with that in their special brew.
In their special brew. I think maybe I phrased the question badly. That was my fault, Adele. What I think I'm asking is, the moment you're taking a product like Rooibos and you're using it for commercial purposes, I mean, I can drink Rooibos at home for free. I can buy it from the local shop. But if I'm taking Rooibos as a product and as a brand, let's not forget you are a brand, and I'm using it for commercial purposes, does that change the relationship?
Not at all. You are welcome to use it. And Rooibos is not used only in beers. It's used in personal care products, in yogurts. It's used to preserve some wines. So very much innovation happening in the Rooibos space.
Well, then I think all the best for International Beer Day. Have you tried a Rooibos Lager? Now I know what I'm doing. This weekend, I'm going to go look for a Rooibos Beer. SA Rooibos Council spokesperson Adele du Toit. It really is one of those products here in South Africa that can be used for anything. I've heard of Rooibos in wine. I must be honest, I can't think of a brand offhand where that might be. But now we know where you can get Rooibos Beer, a draft, a lager, a quartz, a stumpy. I don't know where it is. I'm going to go look for it. Maybe you know. You can tweet me at Gareth Edwards SA. I'd love to sample one. Not this time of the morning, obviously later in the day. So if you know one, please tweet me at Gareth Edwards SA.